It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out had the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game, but he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the shotgun, Penix. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked 1st overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you could put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he could run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair and eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st down throw by Williams. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Broke through the tackle. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now Williams. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Williams from the gun. Has his man. It's a Dunze. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. First down from the red zone. This finds Everett complete. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
A give right side for Swift. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's a gain of 1 big yard, Brock, because that sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Out of the pistol, Williams has it on the slant.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears get the game's first points here in the 2nd. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Avery Williams on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Penix here from the gun. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Washington. That gets them a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. It's the Falcons, needing 8 on 3rd down. Penix working from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
First down, ball at the 36. They go play action. Here's Penix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Took off with it again.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
2nd down now, 7 to go. To the air with Penix. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Penix looking to pass. Escapes the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Has it in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Offense in the hurry up here. He's on the move. And he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Roll the dice for more, and they're going to end this first half empty-handed as a result.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. In the first half, it was the man from USC, Caleb Williams, who put on a solid performance. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0. As both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now here's Williams. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. To throw is Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, Williams. He beams one deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Completed here to Komet. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
On fourth down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Escapes the puck, and the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. Some early down aggressiveness in the shadow of their own end zone there, Brock, and unfortunately, it costs them. They're going to have to punt it away following the safety.
Well, you know me. I don't ever mind aggressiveness. I think it empowers your quarterback, empowers that offensive huddle. But you also got to know, as a quarterback, if you call a pass play, you got to do your job. And doing your job means avoiding a safety in that circumstance.
So after the safety, we're going to see a free kick from the 20-yard line. Fields this at the 19. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's Swift to start the drive. Jukes out a one-stop. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Lorenzo Carter there to bring him down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Williams on the play action. Throw reeled in by Allen. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Bears football to begin the 4th as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Going to run again with Swift. And this one does not go far. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Here's Williams. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of saying, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Penix finds his target, Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Got a man, it's Drake London. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's Penix to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Oh, he lost the football! Bears pick it up, headed the other way. The 40. Hits the 20. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. Oh, the reaction perfection, Brock. Once it was recovered, everyone immediately reacted and flipped to return mode. And what a return it wound up being.
So much to love about that, Kate. That's team together, everybody achieving more, and you could see it all the way down to the 1-yard line. But I promise you this, there'll be a little razzing on that sideline. Come on, man. You could smell the end zone. Can't you just punch it in?
Come on.
But
What
overall,
a return, though. What a return.
Oh, no question. That is the effort you're looking for, the desire and the want to. No question about it.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. 1st and goal. Swift has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Bears offense, look at this, they haven't moved. They're going for 2. And he will get into the end zone. They go for 2, and that gives them a 3-score advantage.
Well, I'd sure love to chat with their coach, see how he decides between run and pass on a 2-point try. In some cases, throwing it's probably better, but there, just running with it was more than enough.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. McLeod now returning it. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Penix now. Pitts brings it in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They've got to keep moving quick here. 2nd and 4. Chased out to his right. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Trying to set this up quick. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looked like a Falcons swooped in and got to that football. Yes, they recovered. They're keeping possession. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now they got to be special.
Along the sideline, and Pitts brings it in. And he's out of bounds well short of that marker. Wow, they never let him get close there. Great effort to force the turnover on downs. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here come the Bears back out on offense. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Finds his target, Allen. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Second down now, 7 to go. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.